Hey guys, Desloader Magic here. I've got more pictures from your mom. And apparently my source was incorrect about the entire set leaking. It was just darn close to it. So we're going to see more, but well, today, because of the sheer load of them that were unloaded yesterday, I'm still going to stick to just the rares and mythics. So first up, we got Archpriest of Shadows. It's a 5-cost black 4/4 human warlock with backup 1, which is whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. If that creature is a different creature than this one, it gains the following abilities until end of turn. Only until end of turn, though. Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is ballsy. I mean, you can have a big comeback combo after they hit you pretty hard with this. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, mono black control is still a thing, but it's pretty much just whatever the hell you want control, hyper blitz infect, or even more hyper blitz red. So those are your three options right now. Last time it devolved into that, it was not corrected until rotation, unfortunately. So 5-cost cards not doable in standard right now unless they change something, and I have a drastic feeling that they will. Next up, Boonbringer Valkyrie. It's a 5-cost double white 4/4 Angel Warrior with backup 1. I wonder if it's a cycle. I was called it a rotation. I wish it was a rotation. So +1/+1, and turn you get it. Flying First Strike Lifelink. Oh, you can do some damage with that. I like these. These would actually be kind of fun in like sealed or a draft. I don't usually say that about rares, but it's not that powerful. Next up, another team up. We got Borborgamos and Fibblethip. That one almost makes sense. It's 2/+1 green +1 blue +1 red. 6/5 legendary creature Cyclops Homunculus. I can the talking. Don't mind me, I have the dumb. Whenever this thing enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card, then you may discard a number of land cards. Whenever you discard one or more cards this way, but they have to be land cards, this card will just go with deals twice that much damage to target creature. Only... well, not one and done. It's ETB or attacks, okay. But it's only land cards, which when would you ever have one or two of those in hand? Or really two? I mean, this goes in a real particular deck, but, you know, this whole set is kind of particular decks. You know, it's meant for Commander. That's not just a theory. They came out and said that. Anyway. It's creature only, not even also Planeswalker. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, attacks and you take out a blocker. I don't know. So if you pay 2, you can put him into its owner's library, third from the top. Just not a good card. Next up, oh my gosh, we got the mama herself. Queen of the Mom set, Elesh Norn. I guess there hasn't been a card just called Elesh Norn, because it was Grand Cenobite the first time we saw her, I think. Look, it was a while ago. I didn't even play back then. But, okay. This should be good. 4-cost double white 3/5 legendary creature, Phyrexia Praetor. No surprise there. Vigilance, sure. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. Oh, somebody got that Russian bear hunting armor on. But if you pay 3, sacrifice 3 other creatures, exile Elesh Norn, then return it to the battlefield, transformed under its owner's control, activate only as a sorcery. Let's just flip it. The Argent Etchings. So incubate 2 5 times, then transform all incubator tokens you control. Boom, right there. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain double strike till end of turn. Holy crap. And then destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. Oh my gosh, exile the Argent Etchings and return to the battlefield. Front face up. So not a memorial because she died, I thought that's what it was, although exile 3 creatures, that wouldn't really make a ton of sense. And she's only 4 and then pay 3, so in theory on the next turn, sack 3 creatures, which, yeah, in mono white you could have that. And then you just get a 3-tick game winner. I mean, this is just utterly stupid. The thing is, though, you don't need a white 4-cost like this in a mono white we need just blitz deck. Whether it's pseudo infect or not, they're so stupidly overpowered right now. This wouldn't even fit in just because it costs 4. You just don't need it. And yet I still hate it, and yet people are going to throw 1 in. Why would they not? So I hate everything about that. Next up, Batali, Primal Conqueror. It's a 7-cost red 7/7 legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur with Trample. Great. When this card enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among the non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. Then if you pay 9+1 Phyrexian green, okay, transform it, activate only as a sorcery. And it becomes a Tali, down with the sickness. And then we get probably the longest type line in the history of the game. It has to be darn close. Legendary creature Phyrexian Elder Dinosaur, 11/11, trample indestructible. Great. Oh, somebody at WotC can't hide their weird dinosaur obsession / fetish. Great. Anyway, when this piece of crap deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters. Trample indestructible and basically infect without wither. What the hell? Good thing this costs 7 and you gotta flip it, which costs basically 10. Like, okay, I get it, but it's just so stupid. It's just dumb. It's dumb, lazy, giant creature, overpowered crap. And somebody's gotta find some obscure way to get it out or something and ruin the game with it. Come on. They're playing with fire. I mean, this is in the same set where they designed Battle, which is a brilliant new mechanic. So next up, Glissa, Herald of Predation. Oh boy, it's a 5-cost black and green 3/5 legendary creature, Phyrexian zombie elf. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1, incubate 2 twice. You know what it does at this point. 2, transform all incubator tokens you control. Told you they'd flip early, they're too expensive. Or 3, Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch till end of turn. I'm not sure what color the Phyrexians are supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure it ain't this. Next up, Guardian of Girapur. Again, I mean, most of these are, again, they were in the set they were in and on the plane they're on, and now we're in Space India. So, it's a 3-cost white 3/3 creature angel. Non-legendary, okay, yeah, I guess. Flying, and when it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 other target creature or artifact you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Kind of pointless except an ETB deck, but, maybe in an Angels deck you might have some weird ETB. I mean, this is just another commander card. It's in the main set, but it's a commander card. Next up, the huge one, Invasion of New Phyrexia. Not by New Phyrexia, of New Phyrexia. That's right. They opened a fresh can of whoop-ass and probably some Four Loko and decided, let's bring the battle to that white porcelain hat-wearing bitch. I'm sure at the end of the story, which I haven't read yet, so don't ruin it for me, but do they turn her porcelain hat into a toilet? Because if they don't, that's just poor writing. It's porcelain. They mentioned the word porcelain like 8 times just in the last set. It's at least foreshadowing. Anyway, this is 1 white, 1 blue, because of course that color combination could defeat Phyrexia. I mean, add in black, you could defeat anything. And then plus X. So Battle Siege, you know what a siege does. It's got 6 pointy boys. And when Invasion of New Phyrexia enters the battlefield, create X/2/2 white and blue knight creature tokens with vigilance. Oh, somehow I managed to not download the backside. Hold on. Oh god, no, I did. I was just hoping this isn't what it was. Teferi, Akosa of Zalafir. What's an Akosa? Don't know, don't care, I hate him. I hoped he was dead. Should have left him and split in 2 in spirit form floating in the multiverse along with Voldemort. Oh, I mean the Blind Eternities. Same thing. So, Legendary Planeswalker Teferi, that's right. They turned the army into a Planeswalker, I guess. So, for loyalty, no passive, +1, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Great control enabler, great. -2, you get an emblem with knights you control, get +1/+0 and have ward 1. Not every plane has knights, that's racist. And -3, tap X creatures you control. When you do, shuffle target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value X or less into its owner's library. So, I guess Elish Norn's only weaknesses are control decks, obnoxious overpowered planeswalkers, and being shuffled into a library. Who would have thought? Kind of tame for a flippy boy Teferi, but I guess you could technically bring out the other side for 2 and just have X be 0, so yeah. Absolutely wild. Well, I'm throwing this one in because it's really self-explanatory. Mirrored and Avenged. That's right. Karn's got her head. 1 cost black instant, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. I guess it's Story Spotlight, and it says, you were my mistake. I will forever bear the weight of your horrors and your end. I thought Karn died or something, but who knows? I didn't read that one either. I assume she got stabbed through the heart with, the overpowered blade from the overpowered angel, Mary Sue, whatever the hell her name is. And then Karn ripped her head off because, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Well, good luck making that world tree work without a head. Next up, we got another spicy boy, Phyrexia Reborn. It's a 3-cost triple green, 4 or 5 legendary creature Hydra with reach, and then it has 6 in Phyrexia in 1. Transform Phyrexia Reborn, activate only as a sorcery. And yes, Phyrexia was freed from the underworld. Oh yes. And on this episode of Can It Phyrexify, we've got Phyrexia, Engine of Ruin, a Phyrexian Hydra. Who would have thought? So, reach lifelink 6/6, and whenever Phyrexia Engine of Ruin or another non-token Hydra you control dies, create a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with reach, and a 3/3 green and white Phyrexian Hydra creature token with lifelink. Because I guess that's what large snack boys do. Hooray for snack, no step on snack. For some reason, this guy's in this group too. I don't know, I'm doing it in order. Quintorius Loremaster, he's back. It's a 5-cost, white-red 3/5 legendary creature elephant cleric with vigilance, and at the beginning of your end step, exile target non-creature non-land card from your graveyard. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Didn't work in his set, not going to work here, not powerful enough, but hey. If you pay 3, including the 2 colors there, tap it, sack a spirit, choose target card exiled with Quintorius. You may cast, that card, okay. This turn without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in a graveyard, exile it, put it on the bottom of its owner's library instead. Okay, ramping up the power level, but this set has no synergy whatsoever because it's just people from all over the place. Where else are there even spirits in the set? I mean, maybe they're doing it. The only central theme I saw was backup and Phyrexians? The whole incubate thing? I guess that theme is overpowered crap. Well, anyway, next up we got the answer. Realmbreaker, the invasion tree. Oh, yes. I don't know how this isn't a mythic, but they did make it legendary. I said when they first announced that a tree existed at all, and that it was called Realmbreaker, that it was going to be the single most overpowered card in the history of the game, but the fact that they didn't even make it a mythic, and it's colorless 3, I'm starting to doubt it. I haven't read it yet. I said it would make the Golden Sun look like a useless frisbee, or something to that effect, so... let's read it. Pay 2, tap, target opponent mills 3 cards, put a land card from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. Okay. It gains, if this land would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. In whose exile zone? I'm actually confused about that. And then if you pay 10, tap it, sack Realmbreaker, the invasion tree, search your library for any number of Praetor cards, and then put them onto the battlefield and shuffle. I mean, hilarious in draft, or sealed. I would love this, but this is purely a commander card. I mean, a very, very specific legendary-based Praetor tutor plus free cast? Come on. Whatever, good. I didn't want some overpowered crap. I'll take this any day of the week instead. And with that, that is it for today. But watch for a mounted load more spoilers tomorrow and probably the day after. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.